Hi there, welcome to the Upcycle Design Lab. My name's Cindy and I craft using recycled and repurposed materials. If you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and check out some of my other upcycling tutorials. And if you like what you see, you can check the subscribe button below any of my videos to become a subscriber. Also, if you'd like to be notified when I upload new videos, be sure to check the bell icon as well. So today I don't have a full tutorial. I have kind of some different crafty ideas for making some pendants out of watch parts. And if you've seen my more recent videos, you know that I've been working on a lot of different watch projects. The first one was making some earrings out of the watch faces themselves. And then in my most recent video, I used the watch band straps to make the loops for some luggage tags. And so I have the casings and the, what are they called? The casings, I guess, left from the watches. So I'm going to be kind of experimenting with a lot of little different trinkets to put inside of the watch casings themselves to make some different pretty pendants. So I'm going to take you over to my messy craft table where I've just got everything spread out, and I have a couple of pendants that are already finished and some that are in the middle of the process, and then I may just play around with some other ones, some other ideas that I have. So mostly this is just a video to give you some inspiration for some different ways to decorate a small pendant that has you know, an opening in it that you can kind of fill with different little objects. So here's a shot of my messy table. It's a little hard to find things on here right now, but I just kind of have everything spread out so that I can play around with some different ideas. And this is just to show you that I am a very messy crafter, but I will try to kind of zoom in on a few things here and give you a little close-up view of some of the stuff that I've actually been working on. All right, so I'm using a few tools here. I've got some jewelry pliers that have the little rounded ends to them so that you can kind of coil. I probably don't even know how to use them all the way, but they do come in handy if you want to make your wire into a round shape. And then I have a couple of just regular needle nose pliers. I've got all my glue out. I used some Mod Podge. I've also used the Fabri-Tac and my E6000 glue. So I have all of those available for my different experiments here. So I have a lot of my jewelry findings and beads out. Obviously those are good things for making your pendants, but I also kind of decided to experiment. So I have some different dimensional paints that I want to try using. I have a couple of different colors of alcohol ink that I'm going to try to play around with. Also, I've gotten a few things from the Dollar Tree. You can get these glitter glue in gold, silver, and red that I've played around with a little bit. I have some other just kabobbles on here. Old watch, you know, some watch faces that I didn't make earrings out of. I've got some little, I think they were rivets, but they have sort of a shiny, I've got them in a few different colors. I actually have these puffed rice pieces. They're some kind of grain, I don't know. I think they're called puffed rice. They have a nice shape, symmetrical shape to them, a bit more than regular rice does. And I used some split peas on one of my projects. So I just was looking around for a lot of different little things that would work in the watch faces. And one of the most easy things to put in a watch face, of course, is just an old photograph. So I'm going to make a couple with photographs in them, and that'll be just a really simple way to make a pendant. These are some items that are drying, so this is another simple photograph version. This particular one has some of that puffed rice and a little split pea, some of the dimensional paint, and then this little gold thing in the center here is actually the watch pin. What are they called? The part where you wind your watch or set the time for your watch. is that little part there. Once that's dry, here's the casing for it, and I've just done a little bit of jump rings around the chain so that it'll hang straight. This particular one is one of the rivets that I showed you. I made a little heart out of a jump ring, and then it's got the gold and the red, what is it called? The gold and the red Dollar Tree glitter glue. That's what I was looking for. This one is a silly, I used an old watch face from Gone with the Wind. Hopefully you can see it. Another little rivet. I decorated the casing here. I'll try to get some after photos of this stuff. This is just kind of to talk you through it, but it has some jump rings and some beads on the bottom. And then the background, this watch face is actually round. And the background of that I filled in the back of the watch with is some oil-based clay that I kind of mixed together to match the background of the watch face. Then this is one I'm just sort of, I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly, but I want to put some of these things. This is a really large watch face or watch casing, but I have a little Minnie Mouse watch face, little sparkly star. I made a little Mickey Mouse silhouette out of some more of the oil-based clay, and then I have this little sparkly doodad that I might put in there as well. I kind of messed this one up. I had to remake her. But I think even though Betty Boop is a little bit messed up, she could still make a cute pendant somehow. And then this last one, the crystal was missing, so I actually put some oil-based clay on the back. The paper is just brown packing paper that's got stamps, the printed, you know, with the ink pad and the stamps. These guys and a little ink pad I printed out love, and then I did a couple more of the hearts out of these jump rings. I just used my needle nose pliers to bend the jump rings into a heart shape. And then you probably can't see it, but because I didn't have the crystal in the watch anymore, I just put some, I've never worked with resin. Resin probably would work better, but I was using what I had. So what I put on top of all of the clay and the paper and the wire was some of this Flex Seal clear liquid. And if you saw, I did another video comparing the clear liquid with some other clear sealants, and it doesn't dry, the Flex Seal doesn't dry completely clear, but you know, I'm just experimenting, so we'll see what happens with this one once it's dry. So here are a couple that I finished. This one's very, very simple. I'd lost the back to it, so I thought it was just kind of pretty by itself with a little bit of a gold wire wrapped around the chain part. So it's just a very simple design. Then I did another one with, I really liked my little heart shapes made from the jump ring, so I put a single heart in this one, and the background is just more of the oil-based clay, so that's what's holding the heart shape in place there. And these are just some jump rings that I put on this chain to hold everything in place. And then this one's a little more complicated. I put some bauble or beads and little kabobbles and jump rings on the bottom. And on the top I put some jump rings as well to hold the chain in place so that it wouldn't slide around. On the inside I have some of the puffed rice. The blue piece is a part of a watch face. I've got another little watch pin for the gold part there, and another one of my little colorful rivets. And I painted the background with some silver paint. So this one's kind of more steampunky, I guess. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found a little inspiration here to make your own watch pendants. And be sure to check out my other upcycled watch projects. You can get to those links in the comment section of this video. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you back in the lab soon. Thanks again.